What's up, everybody? Brad from the National Pullback here with some more gear reviews. And as you've seen in the past 3 reviews, we did a lot of guitar pedals. And I had a lot of positive stuff to say about most of them. And here I'm going to kind of switch things up. On this review, we're going to be talking about the Numark Mixtrack Platinum. This thing just came out. And as you can see, I still have the plastic on there on the jog wheels. And there's a reason for that. It's not a good reason. And I don't have much positive things to say about this or Numark's customer service so far. So let's get into this thing. This is the Numark. You know what? I should actually start by saying I'm not a DJ. I don't know much about DJing. I got this thing because I wanted to give it a shot, and it's been fun so far. Check out my YouTube stream. That I made a playlist of some DJ sets I did, and it's a lot of fun just to mess with it. But yeah, so I'll preface that by saying I don't really know much about DJing, but I got this because I wanted just to have some fun. So this retails for $300. Thing just came out probably a couple months ago. I'm trying to find the right angle here. So it's I'm not sure what size this is, but it fits nicely. Let's get into the cons. I pretty much have all cons here. I would say the first thing here, it's cool that this thing is thin. But the first time I used it, I set it down on my table, and I did a DJ set, and I'm going for it because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm giving it my all, just even like kind of like sync tempos and stuff. And I realized later that my back hurt like hell, and that was because I was kneeling down to like just kind of like hunched over the whole time. So I don't have any extra stands or what do they call them, the DJ coffins or anything to keep this thing in to give it to a reasonable height. But something like a little kickstand or something on the back, that would have been awesome. Because I feel like you really kind of need this at a decent height so you don't hurt your back. You know, like it's like in the old days you used to hurt your back from carrying vinyl records. Now you hurt it just from kind of hunching over. But as long as I have it facing this way. It is USB powered with the RCA outs, and that's it as far as that goes. So where do I even begin with the cons of this thing? I first saw this mentioned. I had bought some other unit, and then the very next day on record.org, I saw that they just announced this product. So I canceled my order of the other product. And said, just let me know as soon as the thing comes in, because I don't have a DJ controller and I'm new to it, so I figured if this is the newest, best thing, this is what I'm going to get. So it was the one I ordered initially was $250. So this one was another extra $50, but I figured it's got to be worth it. And for some people, it might be. But so the cons here, I guess where it all started for me was the DJ software that it uses. So when I plug this thing in, it instantly goes into demo mode. So like all these lights are flashing like crazy. The jog wheel here is supposed to display the song's BPM. In demo mode, it doesn't. It just cycles through a bunch of numbers. And I sent a video to Numark via Twitter, and they said send a DM, so I did that. Going back and forth, nothing really resolved through that. Finally got on the Numark's forums, and as it turns out, and it took a long time just to even get to this point, so I don't know. I mean, Numark responded, but, I don't know why they're on Twitter if they're, they sent me a DM them for additional support, and I got, like, jack squat. So they should just probably say, like, call us or something. If you're going to tell someone to offer, tell someone to go through a specific channel to get support, they should offer it. So, where was I? Okay, so on Numark's forum, and I'm not the only one that had this issue. Just yesterday, I found someone else posted a reply, and they've got a similar issue. So this comes with, and this could be a pro for some people, this comes with like a, demo-ish light version of Serato DJ. And that could be cool for some people if that's what you like to use, or if you don't have any DJ software and that's what you want to use. So when you use Serato, the software, that is when this thing goes out of demo mode. As soon as you use any other software or close Serato, boom, right back in demo mode. That is completely unacceptable, especially with the variety of DJ software out there. You know, like there's some open source stuff. I'm using Algorithm DJ Pro, and that's just because I can stream from Spotify. I don't really have an MP3 collection or, you know, anything like that anymore. So I figured, like, that's why I got the that specific DJ program for Mac, was just because you can stream it straight from Spotify. So Serato does not offer that at all. I'm not quite sure why. So let's talk about some of the wonderful things you can do while you're in demo mode. The Q jack there for the headphones does not work in demo mode, nor does the mic input in demo mode. So when I did my streams that you can find on the YouTube channel, I ended up having to do both of those things on the Focusrite 18i8. And so I'm going the headphones out of the Focusrite, and I had to plug a mic into the Focusrite. Both things that you should be able to do with this piece of hardware right here. So when I was doing that, you know, I wasn't able to hear what everyone else was hearing. Like, I basically had, you know, luckily there's a ton of knobs on here that do some great stuff. I was able to kind of finesse it, but it took a while to get to that point. But just trying to finesse enough where I can hear the next track, and then kind of flip back to get a perspective on what people on the other end of the stream are hearing. But really, I mean, the demo mode, I don't know if they just rush this thing out, if it's, you know, there's no drivers that I'm missing. That's why I'm making this video right now, is because there's barely anything online about this thing. Nobody's talking about the demo mode. I searched like hell to try to find some information, so I will tell you, it's because of Serato DJ. And if you're not using that, this thing is stuck in demo mode. Do not buy this piece of junk. But then again, if you are on Serato, this is probably a dream come true for you. And I also read this is a great starter thing for DJing, which is why I got it, because I don't know how to DJ. So let's see if we can get into some of the... None of this is really coming up here, but... So you got the two jog wheels. It's it has support for 4 DJ decks. I'm sure that's probably easy for some people. I don't know how that works. I'm just, you know, there's 2 here I can see. That's what I'm using. The filter knob here up at the top. There is these filter knobs. So as I'm mixing, you know, I've spent, I don't know, maybe 12 hours worth this thing of like really, you know, just DJing with it. I don't like the filter knobs. They sound like hell. You know, cutting the bass out does, you know, that works pretty well here. So in Algorithm DJ Pro, I had to map everything because I saw that they supported a lot of other Numark products directly, just natively within their software. So I assumed that support for this thing is coming in DJ Pro, but I had to map everything by hand, all the MIDI stuff. The pitch sliders don't work as intended, at least in Algorithm DJ Pro. So, oh yeah, so why are these plastic things? Because I returned the first unit I got to Sweetwater. They were great about it, and I have nothing but praise to say about Sweetwater. They are the best. So I returned the first unit, and I was on customer service with them several times, and they couldn't figure this thing out either. So it's not just me and not knowing how to DJ. You know, we got people that are salesmen. I was like, nobody knew what was going on. So they sent me a new unit, and I just haven't had the time, I suppose, to do another DJ set, just because it takes a lot of time to hook up all the equipment and rearrange everything. So I haven't used it. This is the second unit that I've got, and I haven't just used it, but that's nobody's fault other than my own. But so there's a lot of pads here. Supposedly you can do, I don't know, like sampler type stuff. I don't know what else to say about this thing. I mean, it's probably, you know, if this thing worked as intended, I would probably have a lot more to say in terms, because I can actually see what the hell's going on. Because, like, really, the buttons are just flashing, and I guess it looks cool on a stream, I guess, but it is difficult to figure out what the hell's going on when it's in demo mode and things are flashing. And so that was kind of a good test for me as, you know, a first time DJ. There's a lot of kind of like touch sensitive things here at the top, you know, like just the slider thing. So I can only assume that if you run some cool effects on there, there's probably some stuff you can do. The jog wheels are pretty good. I have nothing to compare it to. And I guess right next to the jog wheels, you've got your deck 3 and 4. For me, that's probably just too much to keep track of. I just like keeping it simple, just one song to the next, and I don't know how much people plan out their DJ sets, but so far I've just kind of just freestyled it, and I'll do another review about DJ Pro from Algorithm, because I actually do really like that software. So I don't know how well this works with Serato. For some reason, you know, aside from the Spotify stuff, it just looks outdated. You know, I know that it's like the main thing in town. You know, everybody uses Serato, and there's, you know, it's probably not as bad as I think it is. Again, I'm not a DJ. But I'll end it there. I don't want to say don't get this thing, because if you are a DJ and if you do use Serato, this might be a really good product for you. If you're using any, like literally any other software other than Serato, do not buy this thing. It is almost a brick. Like I said, you know, the mic input doesn't work. The headphone output doesn't work. Like that's unacceptable to ship a product for $300 and the damn headphone output. It's laughable. Numark, I mean, they've been in the game a long time. I don't know what happened with this thing. And every review I read, you know, again, it's all text, probably just, you know, of blogs and websites that are just like revamping the press release and just like changing some of the wording. Sorry about that. Just changing some of the wording a little bit from their press release. It sounded like a great product. I'm trying to think. So I'm trying to divide up in my head the problems, if they're DJ Pro problems, the software or the hardware. I have found that when switching to a new song, no, that's DJ Pro. So I'll cover that in another gear review. So that is my gear review for the Numark Mixtrack Platinum. Does this say? It does say Serato on it. I wonder if they did. Still, it's a USB DJ controller. There's a million. I'm just restating what I've already said. I don't care if that says Serato or what. This thing should work with whatever you put it into. It does not make sense. And there's no documentation online. There's no user's manual. The user manual that came with this thing is like 3 pages of like hardly any information whatsoever. They really don't make this easy for people, which is why I wanted to make this video. So if you have any questions about any of my experiences with this piece of junk, I'm probably being a little bit too hard on it, maybe, but feel free to hit me up in the comments below. Hit subscribe, and you know, stay tuned for more gear reviews. Give this video a thumbs up if you've had similar issues, or even if you like the video. So out of this is the 4th gear review I've done, first negative gear review. So and I like a lot of stuff, so that just kind of to put that in perspective, this is just how much frustration this is. I mean, like, I know I'm making this video longer, but we're talking about, like, you know, hours on the phone with, like, you know, Sweetwater tech support, DMing with on Twitter with Numark, and on forums waiting for a reply. 2 months later, somebody else has the same problem. Like, Numark, what is going on? Numark, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what's up. Tell me how to use this damn thing outside of Serato. If not, release a driver update. I need to go take a nap. I'm exhausted from just yelling about this thing. Spend your $300 somewhere else. If you're new to DJing, don't do what I did. Don't get this thing. Get just like a cheaper. Like I tend to try to only spend $100 on something, like if I'm not a bass player, but I'll spend $100 on a bass if I need a bass. I'm not out too much money. I know that it's not going to be like the best bass in the world, but it gets the job done. So that's probably what I should have done here. I just kind of bought into the hype, and I guess I'm paying the price for it. But and again, I think that this review would be completely different if this thing just worked outside of Serato and wasn't stuck in demo mode with lights flashing all over the damn place like Las Vegas, which I guess it's also called Vegas mode, which I learned because this thing doesn't work right. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hit subscribe, hit like. Thank you for watching.